Hello friends, once again welcome from mycoachinghub.com, and as usual we are covering the topic of quant. Under that we are going to talk about profit and loss. So profit and loss, what do they mean? When you make money, that is profit, and when you lose money, that is loss. So let us just think, how will you make money and how will you lose money? You make money when what you earn is greater than what you spend, or the price at which you sell is greater than the price at which you buy, or your revenue is more than your expenses, or it is more than your cost. So when any of these relations hold true, in that case you are making money. If it is the reverse, then you are losing money. Now this will be giving, anything like that will give you a absolute amount of the profit or loss. The profit percentage is given as the profit amount divided by your cost price into 100. So your cost price is the price at which you have acquired an article, or if you have bought something, say you buy a cycle or a bicycle for rupees 2000, that is your cost price. You sell it for a 10% profit, that is you sell it for 200 more, hence your selling price becomes 2000 plus 200, so 2200. So this is what we call profit, and profit is always calculated on the cost price. Another term which is there, which we use sometimes, is called as margin. Margin is actually calculated on the selling price. So if you have profit upon selling price into 100, you get the margin. So if a product is sold at 20% margin and the selling price is 100, which means the cost price of this product is 100 minus 20% of 100, that is 20, is equal to 80. Okay? In case we have to calculate profit, then profit we know is calculated on the cost price. Profit was 20 rupees, cost price 80 rupees into 100, you get 25% as the profit percent. So the profit is 25%, whereas the margin is 20%. Keep in mind that both these two things are different, and at most of the time students make mistake because they treat the margin percentage over the cost price. The profit is also called as gain. Profit and gain are same terms. We can also use the concept of ratio and proportion to actually find out the profit or loss, or solve questions related to profit and loss. One concept that you can use is, if a selling price is fixed or selling price is given. So if in a question you are given the selling price and you are told that there are two items, say there is one radio which you are selling for rupees 1000. So selling price is 1000 rupees, and you are making an X percentage of profit on one of the radios, and you are making the same X percentage of loss on the other radio. So let us call it radio 1 and radio 2. You make say 10% of profit, and here you make 10% of loss. Remember, selling price is given and it is fixed. In such a case, you may be asked to tell how much is the gain or loss in total. So a shortcut trick for the same is that whenever the rates are the same or the selling price is given to be the same, you simply multiply the profit ratio and the loss ratio and divide that by 100, which you get 1%. So in this case, whatever is the resulting figure, that is going to be the loss. Just keep that in mind, that when the percentages are same and a selling price is there, you calculate the total gain or loss by multiplying those percentages, and the answer is going to be in percentage. So it is 1% loss in this case. Let us see something else. Another concept which is there in the accounting field is called as your simple interest. Many of you would be knowing that when you give your money to someone else or when you deposit your money in a bank, the bank pays you some interest. Interest is the amount that the bank is paying you to compensate because you are giving your money something that you own to someone else. It is like giving somebody a loan. Though technically it is not called loan, it can be called a deposit also or an advance also, but that is something which gives you interest. Simple interest is one form of the interest. The other form can be a compound interest. The interest is normally calculated on an annual basis, and for simple interest we assume the rate to be constant and that the money invested or the money that we have loaned to the other person remains the same from year to year. Whereas in case of compound interest, we calculate interest on the principal that we have given to the other person plus the annual interest which gets added. So it is getting compounded. Compounded means that it keeps on getting added or increased. So if somebody had given a loan of rupees 1000 at 10% rate of interest, under simple interest method, that will remain, the interest amount remains same from year to year. Every year that is going to be 100 rupees, because we believe that only the principal is the amount on which interest should be given. In case of compound interest, my belief is that I gave 1000 rupees to the other person, he made or I lost 100 rupees on the same, which he or she is not paying me back. So in a way that person is keeping this 100 rupees also with him. So this 100 is not given to me, remains with the bank. Hence my loan to the other person now becomes 1000 plus 100. In the second year onwards it becomes 1000 plus 100 plus 10% of that. So the amount which stays as an advance with the other person keeps on getting increasing, and interest will be calculated